Hey, we are live on Wednesday night. Just waiting for a few to join. When you do join, say hey, let me know you're there. But we are live. It is Wednesday night. And I am building, not we, I am building the medieval town square tonight. So, hey, Andy, first in the chat. Thanks for joining and not being late, being first in. I am by myself, as you can see. BILZA, of course, he went in for some surgeries today, so I don't know how long I'll last by myself, but we'll give it a go. Give me motivation to open this sucker and build it anyway. So, hey, Primal, how are you, mate? Wednesday night with BILZA. I think the quality may have just gone up already, though. Hey, thank God I'm here. Hey, Critter, how are ya? Anyone in the chat built this set yet? While we're waiting for the others to come in and the raid train to hit. I picked this up the other day and thought tonight would be good motivation to actually open it. Otherwise, it'll just sit in the pile of shame. So I know BILZA's not a fan of this set, and I don't really care. I like anything medieval, castle, whatever. So I'm all in. Hey, Cinderella. Plus, it's got the grey goat as well. So, you know, it's needs to join the family. So, BILZA's got green screen on. I'm logged in his account. BILZA's giving one away for being awesome. Oh, to you, is he? Oh, okay. You'll have to take that up with him, Andy. I'd love to believe you, but I don't have any I can spare. Video. Let me turn green screen off. I'm killing goats. Green screen is off. Happy days. Look at me getting this Twitch shit down pat. Actually, just kidding. I have no idea how to raid. So in about an hour's time, I'm going to be asking for help. But until then, we'll build. And does anyone have this? I did ask, but I forgot to look at the chat. Primal just finished Series 1 of the US Lego Masters. Oh, Series 1. Okay. I can give you Series 2 on the weekend if you want, Primal. Although I think you can stream it now on 9 Now and stuff. Raid, then name. All right. We'll give it a go in an hour or two's time. Not yet for Steve-O. I actually bought this I was going to buy it the other week, and then I ummed and ahed, and I thought, I don't want to spend $400. So I'll wait a bit. Series 1 to 3 of US on 9 Now. There you go. Thanks, Amanda. I have them all downloaded as well. So if anyone does want it, but if it's on 9 Now, that's probably just as easy. But anyway, back to this. So I wanted this, and I didn't want to spend $400 on it. And then the Alchemy Lego stores had it for, what was it, $3.99. And on the Thursday of 2 weeks ago, if you bought it, you got $100 e-gift card straight away. Obviously, you couldn't use it on this because the transaction were two separate transactions, but $100 off Lego is pretty well unheard of, especially a brand new set. So I got the $100 off, and then a week later, they had another promo that if you spend $120 in store, you get a free large Pick-a-Brick cup. So I went and spent $120 in store and got my large Pick-a-Brick cup. So literally for $400, I got $550 worth of stuff. So I'm happy. But let's have a look anyway. There's a lot of bags. A lot of bags in medieval times. No paper bags yet in this set, as you can see. But for those playing at home, it is set 10332. It has that many pieces, and that's the and a raised eyebrow for Jody, exactly. 3,303 pieces without the goat, because I'm sure there's going to be a few sets for sale without a goat. So, hey Dan, thanks for jumping in, brother. Hope you are well. Actually, I was chatting with Dan just before. Good to chat to a familiar friend. Let me get rid of the bags that I'm not going to get to tonight. Sorry for the noise. Is she coming up on the weekend? Most likely. I don't know whether for both days or how long or what have you. Oh, Whippy! Hey, Raidsters. But yes, she is coming up on the weekend. I'll be there both days, and hopefully BILZA will be out of hospital, out of bandages, and had his transformation and be up showing off his new lady parts on the weekend. But we'll see how he goes. You don't want to rush a recovery. But yes, welcome everybody. Thanks for coming across from the Whippy Whipster. It is Wednesday night build night. I am BILZA. BILZA is not here tonight. He is having an operation. And he will be back probably next week, I would guess. For those that watch his DJ show on Friday nights and relive the 90s boy band era, he won't be doing that this weekend either. So for all us 40 and 50 odd year old AFOLs, we're going to have to go find something to do this Friday night, because BILZA won't be doing the DJ stream. I myself will be at where will I be? Chandler, Brisbrick's Lego Show Chandler. So bear with me, and our legend. There we go. Before I could even say it, Grizz has put the link in the chat for those in and around the southeast Queensland area, or those that want to jump on Webjet and grab a cheap-ass flight up to Brisbane. The Chandler show will be on this weekend. So check out the link there in the chat for the tickets. It's their original venue, so it's kind of a nostalgic show, this one. And I will be there. BILZA will most likely be there for the most part. If not, his display will be there with me, because we did for those that don't know, a collab joint Western display, and our Wild West will be on display. Actually, I'll show you. I can show you my name. What do you call it? Name stand tag thing. I haven't printed the thing yet. I have to do that at work tomorrow. But that's my Western display card holder. I think display card holder, is that what it is? Mock card holder. Thanks, Gutterman. So I managed to smash that up last night as well. So the other, thanks for that too, Grizz. The other show that's on this weekend, not in southeast Queensland, but down in the southeast corner, the Canberra Model Railway Show at Kaleen High School. It's a pretty cool show. I've been there a few times. And the Model Railway guys put on a ripper of a show. So if you're down Canberra way and can't come up to Brisbane, then that's one to check out as well. Andy, no Simpsons, no Springfield for Chandler, simply because the venue was fully booked, because you know what me and BILZA are like. We do our applications at the 11th hour. Speaking of which, BBX applications close in 2 weeks. I'm sure the link will be in the chat shortly. It is fast becoming Australia's biggest Lego convention, and we haven't got our application in for that yet either. That's how bad BILZA and I are. We need a secretary, I think. AKA name me holder bricky thing. That's the one. Yes, name me holdy bricky thing. Are card holders required? No, not for Chandler. It's very much a southern thing that's making its way across the country. Started in Brickvention a couple of years ago, and shows are starting to adopt it more and more. But they're a cool namey holdy bricky thing, and add to displays, I think, as well. So there's the link in the chat for the BBX applications for those that do want to display later in the year. They do close in 2 weeks. So, hey, Brickles, Brisbane shows are something else. I know every show has their uniqueness, but BBX is just a fantastic show put on by an awesome committee, but an awesome couple of dudes as well, Dan, Troy, and all the other ones in the committee there. You guys put on a really good show. So BBX, definitely worth checking out. And Chandler this weekend is often I suppose a sneak preview or a what's going to come for BBX. So displays are different, but it gives you a good insight to what's coming in the bigger shows as well. And then there's a link in the chat there. Don't forget BILZA's surgery, whatever he was having done. He says it's weight loss surgery, but I don't know. We'll see if he starts wearing pink. But no, he does. Check out the Losers Bench, which is his other channel on YouTube. It's been around for a long time, probably about 7-8 years. And you'll see videos on there of when he was huge, when he wasn't huge, and now new videos again as he starts his journey for a second time round. So very hats off to the guy, very motivational stuff. And weight loss, or especially surgery, I think used to be really kind of taboo, but now it's seen as a life choice. And he wasn't shy the other night. He did say he's turning 40 and he wants to be here for his kids when he's 50. So kind of makes sense. So good on him. Check out the Losers Bench anyway, and follow along his journey, because I'm sure BILZA 6 months from now is going to be very different to the BILZA we know. He'll probably still think he's as funny as he is, but we'll see. Breast sausage enlargement surgery. No, I don't think he's got any hope there. Actually, I have no idea. I'm not even going to comment. Hopefully after surgery, her will adopt Mills. We'll see. Who knows who identifies as what anymore. But anyway, we are building, as I said, the medieval town square. For those that have joined us from the raid, again, thanks for stopping by. Hopefully, I didn't get a chance to tune into Whippy's because I was in a rush this evening, but hopefully he was building something cool and entertaining. If you are building this one or you have built this one, let me know in the chat. What do you think? And what bag's the goat in? Should I go on a goat hunt and find the goat, or should I wait and do it number by number and earn it? Like, I was one of those kids that used to snoop under the Christmas tree. I couldn't wait until after the fat guy had been. Whippy unbuilds. Oh, there you go. Reverse building. I need to do that as well. With so many different things. Although now that the Wild West is packed and ready to go to Chandler on Friday, I actually have space to start Springfield, so I can get my layout down rather than working on my table here. As you can see here, it's quite limited. I can't do a full table display, so I literally do 4 or 6 base plates at a time and then struggle to fit them through the door and put them together to the next piece. And that's how I built the Wild West. So I'll probably do the same with Springfield, but at least I'll have a bit more space now to get it started, because I'm excited For those that haven't seen, it's a crazy mess, but I've got a whole bunch of buildings jammed in that shelf there. So the Simpsons house, the Flanders's house, Krusty Burger, Quickie Mart, Moe's Tavern, Android's Dungeon, the First Church of Springfield. I can't remember what the three shops laying on the top are, but there's three. Oh, the Leftatorium is one. So I tried to do a lot of nostalgic sort of Simpsons because I think, like most people, I stopped watching it after about season 14 or 15. There was too much else going on, and it just, I don't know, maybe the newer seasons are good. I just need to find the time to watch them. So maybe I should watch them at work. I mean, maybe I should watch them during the day. We'll go with that. Thanks, Whippy. Yeah, I'm happy with how they turned out, and I can't wait to get some sort of layout down. And I really want to relive my Crazy Taxi games, if not Crazy Taxi, Road Rage, Simpsons Road Rage. I want to relive those on the PlayStation 2 and the GameCube. So I'm hoping that, you know, whatever I do, and I haven't opened that game in I couldn't tell you how many years. So I'm going purely off memory. So I'm keen to see how close I get. Hit and Run. No, was it Hit and Run? There was two Simpsons games. One was Road Rage and one was Hit and Run. Was Hit and Run the one that was identical to Crazy Taxi but Simpsonified? Maybe it was. And Road Rage, you had the missions. Yeah, okay. I think, yeah, you're right, Primal. It was Hit and Run. Either way, lot of good Springfield layout, I guess, in that. So that's the kind of thing I'm going for. Yeah, no, there was definitely two, Road Rage and Hit and Run. But Hit and Run, like I was just said, was a blatant ripoff of Crazy Taxi. There's a guy on YouTube where he's built Hit and Run using a modern engine. That's pretty cool. Actually, I've got Hit and Run on my modded Switch, so I could. The Simpsons Hit and Run. The Simpsons Hit and Run. Did you just type the same thing twice? Oh, it was supposed to be a link. Okay. Oh, there you go. There's the link for Hit and Run. So thanks, Troppo Bricks, for the follow. Appreciate it. Those in the chat that are building along, what are you building? Or just chatting, just lurking? And that's cool if you are. I don't mind. Sometimes you just need shit on in the background, and I feel privileged to be that shit tonight. So I don't know how long I'll be here for tonight. I don't talk as much shit as BILZA, although I don't think I've shut up yet. But I don't have as much to say. So we'll see how we go. Speed Champions Dom's Charger. Nice. That is very hard to find still. I don't know about where everyone else is. Maybe in the Lego stores it's not, but I know here on the Gold Coast it's like it's nowhere. The Aston Martin, of course, is everywhere, but Dom's Charger is nowhere. No updates on BILZA is yet to share. He has had his operation. He is doing all good, but no other updates. So we'll give him a day or two. I'm sure he'll be present on socials again soon, and he'll update that Losers Bench channel as well. So keep an eye out there. If you haven't already, I don't think it's on Twitch. Quote me if I'm wrong, but it's definitely on YouTube. So go there, give it a like, give it a follow, and hit the whatever thing you have to hit so that when a new video comes out, because they're going to come out thick and fast, you'll get a notification to say there's a new video up, because once he gets into this journey, he sticks with it. So you'll get videos quite a bit, I imagine. And they are motivational. Like they've even made me rethink that second burger at lunchtime today. So they're definitely motivational. And he'll be a different man in 6 months. But he will be back next week, so I'll apologise in advance that he'll be back next week. No, just kidding. He's good value. He thinks he's funny. We all like it. So, and he's easy to put shit on. So make sure that if you have checked us out for the first time, come back next Wednesday and say hey to the big dog or little dog, because he will be back. Okay. Oh yeah, Kev, for sure. Then follow that channel, because he will put you know BILZA, he keeps shit real. He doesn't fluff stuff. So he'll tell you the good, the bad, the ugly, and that sort of stuff. And I have absolutely no doubts that he won't hold back. So definitely follow along, because I know the first time around, there's quite a few people that we know that went on to follow suit and make that life change as well, by watching his videos. So I shout out to anyone that puts themselves out there, and for other people to learn off as well. Speaking of which, for those that know me outside, we're about to build a tiny home, or a shipping container home in our front yard, and I'm actually going to document that and launch a channel for that, because there's not enough Australian channels I've found on tiny homes or shipping container homes, and we're going to start building one in about 6 weeks' time. So I'm hoping with my expert camera skills that we will document that as well as we go, to help anyone that wants to know more about that. I just realized my overhead camera is not following my build, so sorry for that, everyone. And also, if anyone told me that, I didn't see it in the chat. If you didn't tell me that, thanks. But this is what I'm building anyway. It's the market square. I'm already on step 7, and we have a little market there, and a young lady with an axe. Don't mess with her, as well. So that's how the building is progressing. Our friends are doing one out near Toowoomba. They're going off grid, so I can pass along if you're interested. Yeah, for sure. Ours won't be off grid. It'll be fully tapped into my electricity, but I've got my daughter's got her own baby, and I don't want her and her partner paying ridiculous rent to live in their own place, and we've got plenty of room in the front yard. So currently I have a few trailers sitting there, but shortly we'll have plenty of room in the front yard, and they can save themselves some money and have their own little 2-bedroom place instead, and not have to struggle. At least that's the plan. So and I get half my house back, so that's a win for me as well. I consider it an investment, but still keep them close. So, and then hopefully the boss lady and I will be able to go away a little bit more, and having my daughter and her partner so close, they'll be able to look after shit for us. Well, we can only hope anyway. So yeah, that'll be coming soon. That's not really Lego related, but that'll be coming over the next couple of months. And keep an eye out for that as well. I'll let you know when I launch a channel and what we do. A furniture maker. Oh yeah. That makes sense. You need those, I suppose, in the medieval times. You're building the mid-size tentative at the moment. Cool build. Really enjoying these mid-size ships now. I need to get that Nebulan frigate if anyone has one. Oh, that's cool. Good luck with building it or getting it primal. A bit rare these days. So throw some Lego in it, then it becomes a tax deduction. Yeah, I have actually measured up and thought, oh, maybe in the future. Once the kids outgrow it, I'll have a use for it. I just realised I need to find the sticker sheet for this one. Must be in that envelope. It sure was. Why does, stupid Lego, why does an envelope have to be a sticker when they clearly come as a printed part in general? That's just lazy. Lazy, Lego, lazy. They're out there, but a bit expensive. Like the lightsaber, that was a GWP, and they sell for like $200. Like bloody hell. Oh. What do you do when you get to that? Do you split it open or do you keep it intact? I'm pretty sure if I go check my weapons box, I've probably got one from another set that I could keep that one intact. So I might just, I don't know why I'd need to keep it intact. Like I don't have a Bricklink store or anything. So it doesn't actually mean anything to me to keep it intact. But I also don't need to split it open because it does sit in there quite neat, even with that on it anyway. So I do have dozens of them. So that's what happens when things come in twos. But this case, it's intact. I might just leave it. In a minute. And we'll go on and see what we're building next. Rip it apart. Fair enough. I actually saw a cool build the other day. I can't remember what it was. Actually, the Snow White and the Seven Little People house, they used unsplit wands as the backings to the chairs. And I thought that was kind of cool, but also very delicate. Very delicate. And is that an illegal build by Lego technically, by not splitting the wands? I don't know. But kind of cool. I used to split them, but I've got so many accessories now, you just leave them. Yeah, unsplit. They're built to come apart. I think I'll just find one that's already apart and leave those ones together. Why not? Can't hurt. And another sticker. Bloody hell. Number 9. Fair enough. Number 9 it is. Snow White does look awesome. That's worked for me a lot in the past, Kev. I secretly buy sets that I know I'll eventually end up with. I remember when my youngest was growing up, I'd always talk him out of that Minecraft shit and try and get him to buy Star Wars instead, because I knew that one day I'd inherit it. Still ended up with a lot of Minecraft, and in Minecraft's defense, there's a lot of cool parts in it. But Hey, it's not a bad little chair. I don't mind that chair. 2 studs for the butt to clip on, using the garage door piece or whatever that's called. It makes it look like it's got 2 legs. And then, of course, the shield for the back. I don't mind that chair at all. Quite clever. You heard the Snow White build was a bit short. Or can you say that, or was it height challenged maybe? But that's funny. Oh, look at that! That's bag 1 done. Look, you get a whole bunch of little shit. Literally a lathe, a utensil desk with a sticker letter, a couple of utensils, daggers that come together. That's the little lathe there, wood turning. Of course, that cool chair. A desk with a instruction guide, furniture instruction guide on there. And I'm going to go with cheese, the cheese stand market stall. That's kind of cool. Nice array of cheese there. And of course the medieval lass with her axe. So that's bag 1. I guess that's the warm-up. The warm-up bag before you get stuck into a little something. So let's dig through this sprinkly bit and find, there we go, bingo, bag number 2. Bag number 2 says I need a plus base plate. Oh, there's my plus bag. Woohoo! And plus base plate. I actually started sorting out base plates the other day, and I was surprised how many I had. Always buying base plates because I don't think I have them, but it turns out I just don't look well enough because I do. But that's what happens, and luckily Bricklink don't send a printed invoice at the end of each quarter, because I'd be well and truly divorced if they did. I'd have some explaining to do. Oh, look, and we've got some conjoined keys as well. Once again, I don't think I need to rip them apart because I know that I've got a ton of keys, especially chrome dipped shiny gold keys as well. So I know I've got 1 or 2 of them. And then, of course, that faded yellow gold that we get as well. So, hey, Snowlaner. And, of course, hey to everyone else in the chat that I may have missed when you sneak in. I'm sure that Twitch gives me alerts and dings and stuff like that, but I don't know how any of that works. I'm not going to lie. I'm not the reason we have tech issues all the time. I just stay right out of that. So if you did join the stream and I missed you, hey, anyway, hi, and what you building, what you doing? Thanks for joining us. However you ended up here, whether you came across with the legendary Raiders or whether you saw our ugly heads on the logo and went, oh, I'll click on these bad boys. But Wednesday night build with BILZA. BILZA's got the week off, but he will be back. Don't panic. He will be back, or she will be back. We'll see. And on another night. Until then, I'm here, and I'll do my best to get through this. So, so bag 2, we're obviously onto the castle building part. This is another set that I don't want to go too fast. I want to enjoy it. I guess because I wanted it since the first rumors of it. And I never actually got the original either. I remember seeing the original in Maya or somewhere like that long before Lego stores, because obviously came out quite a few yards ago. I remember seeing it in Maya, and it was about $200 or something at the time. And I thought, who in their right mind would pay $200 for Lego? Huh. Well, now, little did I know, 15 years later, man, I wish sets were $200. Like, that's a bargain. But now the world changes, I guess. So, anyway, one day maybe I'll get the original medieval set. It didn't come with the goats. A lot of people, I think it did come with the goats, but it was actually a different set that came with the goats, and the Market Square always got the credit for the goats. But this one does come with one goat. I think it's a bit tight. Could have come with two. Like, really, it's not that much more effort or plastic or whatever to make a lot of people smile. But it does raise the question, and there's like 100 and something odd people in the chat. For those that are willing to jump in and let us know, now that we've won, and technically, and we've got our goat back, we got it in grey and we got it in white. But now that we've won and got our goat back, what do we start whinging for next? I really want to know. Are we going to start whinging for monorail? Are we going to start whinging for Mtron? Like, what else? What else do we want back? Bionicles? No one wants that shit. Lego giraffe. Oh yeah, that'd be cool. A molded giraffe. I'd agree with that. I don't think, have we had a molded giraffe? I don't think we've had a molded giraffe. I know we've had Friends ones. There's actually a pretty cool Friends one available now. Bring back elves. Yeah, there was. Yeah, I'd go with that. Snowlaner. There was a lot of cool elements in elves, especially heads, wings, and just the color scheme as well. That giraffe doesn't count. No, I know, Gutterman, it's not a city giraffe, but sometimes, you settle for near enough, I guess. As if it doesn't. I don't own one. There is the new 3-in-1 giraffe. Yeah, but it's brick built. Cinderella Rocker, it's brick built. So if you wanted it to go with goats and camels, and if you're building a zoo, you want a molded giraffe so you can put it with your we finally got a molded whale. The orca was something we longed for, and I don't know if anyone bought it or used it. I certainly didn't, based on the price it took to get one, and I could have bricks and pieces one, but I never did. There is Duplo giraffes. There's one there for those playing at home. Of a baby one. There's also a bigger one. There is certainly Duplo giraffes, but it's not the same. How about affordable molded animals? Yeah, I agree. I think Lego are only hurting themselves, really. Like, it's not diverse enough to not have animals. Like, surely you're offending zoologists or some shit. What am I looking for? Talking crap. I'll get to the chat in a minute for those. If I've missed you, my apologies. A quarter round brown. Oh, I can't see that. Oh, there it is. Don't mind me. I got old people eyes. No, I've actually had a really, really long day at work. Because BILZA's obviously having surgery means he's not at work today. And believe it or not, and I don't tell him this, but that young man is a fountain of knowledge, and it definitely can make some things at work a bit harder when he's not around, because he seems to be a lot of people's go-to, and when he's not there, my desk is next to his, they come to me. So my day just was a long one today, but that's all good. I got there and stronger for it, I guess. So and now I'm streaming. We don't even need him back. Should we have a petition to see? Maybe I'll just change the password while I've got the login. And Snowlena, how do I do that? I'll change the password while I've got the login, and we just won't worry. We'll just change it to the BILZA show. We'll do Wednesday night builds with BILZA. Maybe that's what we'll do. Back clip and send it to him. It was a sign. The channel becomes I am BILZA. I can handle that. That would work. Maybe it'd work. What am I building anyway? That little one. Okay. All right. So for where we're up to, the instructions are there. We're building the bottom layer of this center building here. So just realized this is the one that has the good roof this side and the half-assed roof that side, as BILZA described it. But I don't mind it. I'll give it credit. You can't have all solid buildings. There's a giraffe in Friends, Mia's Wildlife Rescue. Yes, there is. There is a giraffe in Friends, but technically it's not a minifig giraffe. It is a Friends giraffe, and animals with ootsy cootsy faces and eyeliner and shit like that doesn't count. They're cool, and as an alternative, they'll certainly work, but they're not a city scale giraffe. So we need to start a petition and get that shit sorted. The roof is good on both sides. Okay, well, let's get it built and have a look. I don't mind it either. I don't think you can over detail a roof. Although I think the blacksmith's roof is very, very full on with all those shields. For those, you might be able to see it in the shelf there. The blacksmith's roof is very full on. But anyway, it's a good looking giraffe, no lipstick or eyeliner, etc. Yeah, maybe it'll do the job. I do remember seeing it and having a look at it, but I guess because it's a Friends giraffe, I probably dismissed it a bit quicker than I should. So the village square is $3.99 RRP AU. I picked mine up from the Lego store at Robina. Don't tell Dreamworld I cheated on them. I was just in Robina at the time, and they had a deal that I couldn't pass up. But of course, Dreamworld is our go-to Lego store. They have been a supporter of our channel since the beginning. So 100% shout out to Dreamworld and those guys. That's where I always go for my big sets, especially GWP time as well. They always good supporters of the I Am BILZA channel, so we support them as well. But like I said, Lego Robina had the better deal at the time. I was closer to them, and they had $100 gift card, which is unheard of. And even with my BILZA discount, it still worked out better. So I I went to Robina, and if I don't support Robina from time to time, which is my closest store, they may not be there, so that's my theory. Primal got the set twice. I'm not sure where the second one came from. Man, I want to have your shopping list, Primal. That never happened. Oh, no, that does happen to me. But that's because of my grey hair memory, not from any other reason. I'm at that stage in life where not only do I forget why I walked into a room, but I forget where the room is. So, but anyway, you think you've been to the Dreamworld store twice, never been to Chermside. Chermside's much bigger than the Robina store. I've only been to Chermside twice. Once was on the opening night, just because it is a hike from us down here on the Gold Coast. But it is bigger than the Robina store. It is a good store. And once, like most Lego stores, it is like right next to or within a earshot of an Apple store. But Chermside's a great shopping centre as well. It's the Chadstone of Brisbane, I think. Chermside, and any Brisbaneites might correct me if I'm wrong, because I am a coaster. I don't venture up to Brisbane too often. Although that gives me a segue. I am this weekend because the Brisbricks Chandler event is on, of course. Those in the southeast Queensland pocket, or the millionaires like Critter with basements that can afford full Qantas flights from the premium lounge. Come on up to Brisbane and come check us out. The link is in the chat. Thanks, Grizz. For tickets. Tickets are still available. We will be there all weekend, and so will the medieval build. And honestly, I may have a little bit of table space, so I might bring what's left of this with me and build it on the weekend as well. So I don't know if I'll go live. I might try for those out of town. So keep an update, keep an ear out on the I Am BILZA channel. So hit the like things and hit the bells and the notifications and all those other little widgety things down the bottom. You know, when YouTubers say click here, do that shit, and when I go live, it'll tell you. Or if the man BILZA is back on deck for the weekend, he will go live, no doubt, because he can't help himself. He doesn't like people to miss out on shows that they can't get to. So if I don't go live, he certainly will. Kev's Lego's going to the Chandler one. Awesome. Make sure you say hi. We'll be there. And again, those that are down south way in Canberra, firstly, condolences. Secondly, the Canberra model. No, just kidding. Canberra's a great place and a great bunch of AFOLs in the Canberra region. So the Canberra Model Railway Expo is on at Kaleen High. It's been there for quite a number of years now. So check it out. They do some really good stuff. Train nerds are really dedicated to their sport. So if you're in the Canberra region or within distance, get yourself in the minivan and go check it out. Speaking of which, I went down to Canberra a few weeks ago. I don't know if I said this on stream, but I went down a few weeks ago and I took all the kids and hired a Kia Carnival. And I'd never driven a van before, let alone a Kia Carnival. And yeah, anyway, long story short, I just spent 80 grand on a new one. So it's on a boat and it's on its way, and it has electric frickin' everything. So I'm excited to get my soccer mum car in about 3 weeks' time, and we might even bring it down to Brick Built in Sydney. So, but yeah, this thing literally does everything. I'm excited, but I couldn't couldn't sell my Navara because it's only a couple of years old. So, and I've got a work car too. So there's like 7 cars out the front of our house. So I'm gonna have to move the Ford to get to the Tirana, to whatever the saying goes. And we're building a tiny home in a few weeks. So make sure you, as I said, keep an eye out for those videos as I upload them, or create a channel for that, or however we do it. Not sure yet. I'll work out those logistics after I've filmed. But yeah, so new car, new tiny home, Lego show, trip to Brick Built in Sydney in May as well. We haven't spoken about that one again, but Brick Built, of course, in Sydney in May. So make sure, if you're in the Sydney region, if you're in the Canberra region, get up and check that out as well, because the bigger Wild West will be at Brick Built in May, and also so will Springfield in its first outing, I guess, or first display. I'm sure Springfield, I've got a feeling actually Springfield is going to be around for a little while, so it may evolve as well, but it'll have its very first incarnation at Brick Built in Sydney 2024 in May. So anywhere in that general New South Wales region, it's pretty easy to get to. It doesn't matter. I know people that'll be traveling up from Albury. BILZA and I are certainly traveling down from the Gold Coast. Primal is too, and quite a few others. The crazy brickhead genius Jason is traveling down from Longreach, which, as you know, those that don't know, is in the middle of nowhere. So he is certainly so far traveling the furthest out of anyone, I believe. But it'll certainly be a shindig. There'll be a lot of, for those Lego Master fans, there'll be quite a few Lego Masters there roaming around and displaying. So come along and see who you can spot before the new season. No, it'll be after the new season. The new season kicks off after Easter, as always. So you may or may not see some current season exhibitors, as well as original exhibitors, and also half-built DeLorean exhibitors as well. So that's Brick Built Sydney. But first, of course, Chandler this weekend was where the Wild West will be first. And it for our Brisbane players, it will be a very nostalgic event, because before the incarnation of BBX, Chandler was the original display place. And we also lost a founding member of Bricks this year, unexpectedly. So it will also be the first display dedication commemorative of Russell, legendary Russell Bates. And that, of course, there'll be a massive finger painting portrait unveiled there as well, which is currently on display at Brick Resales. So yeah, long story short, Chandler is going to be cool. I'm looking forward to it. I've actually double booked myself though, and can't set up on a Friday night like I like to. So I'll be doing the mad setup on Saturday morning. But that's cool. I'm a long time exhibitor. I'm used to it, and honestly, with BILZA not being able to help, it'll probably be quicker. So jokes. We'll see how we go anyway. So What have I missed in the chat? Half a DeLorean is better than nothing. True, unless it costs you your spot in the comp. Well, actually, it didn't. A shit ass T-Rex head cost them the spot in the competition, but I think the DeLorean led them there. And maybe one day he'll finish it. He always says he's gonna, so maybe one day he'll finish it. Which is further, Longreach, Adelaide, or New Zealand? I would guess Longreach would be further than Adelaide by far. And I think it would be further than, depending on where in New Zealand, I think it would be further than New Zealand as well. So can't set up on Friday night because you'll be dropping some fat beats on the DJ stream. Mate. Do you know I actually used to be a DJ back in the day. When I was an apprentice earning extra money on the weekend, I used to DJ at the Surf Rock Hotel in Collaroy in Sydney on the beach every Saturday night. And I didn't earn a lot, but fuck, I drank some alcohol. It was good. By car or by a plane. I'd hate to see anyone drive from New Zealand. But from Longreach, I'm pretty sure from memory Jason said he was driving. He usually does. He is a bit of a driver. I'm pretty sure he said he was driving. Well, he must be working late tonight because he's not in the chat. We do have level 1 center part of our main building. It looks like playability-wise, there's some good access there. Once the building opens, fat fingers and stuff. Not sure what goes in the middle there. We'll find out soon. Strategic jumper plates for something. And dark green spruce tree there, or pine tree. And, of course, some weaponry as well. A non-printed shield in there. I'll just make sure I didn't miss a sticker. No, I didn't. I didn't miss a sticker. So non-printed shield. That's pretty cool, I think, because not everything needs a sticker or a print or artwork. So we are going on to bag 3. Which, by the look of it, we're going to start the second level. The second level. I don't know whether I'm glad or disappointed that I haven't got paper bags yet. Kind of want paper bags just to see them. I know there's some sets out now with paper bags. Gutterman may know which ones, but I know sets are starting to come through with paper bags. So I actually thought this one being a later shipped and dropped and sneaky set that it might have paper bags. But I haven't experienced paper bags yet. I'm not exciting. Oh, there you go. Paper bags are in the dreams, Mr. Oz. Paper bags suck, says Johnny. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm not excited for them. I'm not going to lie. But I guess just like these stupid things, they're going to become the norm. You know, and you see lots of posts on Facebook and Insta and stuff of these being ripped over and all over the shops, and it's like that's just dog. They're going to end up locked behind glass and stuff before long. The way that happens. I bought a box. Actually, the first series, I think, or maybe the second, that I bought a box of, and I did actually use one of. It's not in this room. Where is it? I thought I saw it. No, one of those little microscope cameras, which just you can see on the box here, it just went in that little hole there, and I could pick my figures without opening it. So this figure here is number 10, whatever number 10 is. I can't remember. I stopped opening them after a while because once I knew what they were, I just knew that I wanted a few of each from the set, but I didn't need to open them all. But yeah, I'm not a fan of the paper boxes. Paper boxes. Why can't they be in paper bags? Like, you know, decent paper bags. If the paper bags that these are coming in are environmentally vegan friendly or whatever they have to be, why can't minifigs be in thick paper bags as well, rather than cardboard that you can just rip open quickly, or really loud, crunchy paper bags? Did it look odd with the camera? No, I bought a box of figures. I bought a whole box of figures, and then I came home and did it here. So I didn't take a camera into store and do that. I just bought a box from the Legends at Dreamworld, or for those lucky enough for the beginning, Big W had them at $4 a fig, which is unheard of. I think it was a pricing error, but they certainly didn't rush to fix it. So a lot of people were lucky enough to get minifigs for $4 each, which is great because normally you get them on clearance for that sort of money, not straight up. So that was cool. What are you building? Spoken in Down Under bricks. In dub, I am building, for those that have just tuned in and joined, the medieval market that just came out a few weeks ago. I picked it up, and mainly for the goat, of course, but no, I buy anything medieval, anything castle. I think the blacksmith, I only bought one of those, but that creator 3-in-1 castle a couple of years ago, I think I bought about 8 or 9 of them, I got about 8 or 9. I think I bought 3 or 4, and Lego sent me one to do. Anyway, long story short, I ended up with a few, and I built 3 into a mega castle, and then I stopped opening them because I built my medieval theme park, which is still completely intact, by the way. It's sitting in boxes in the garage, so I could technically display that again if I wanted to as well. It's sitting there ready to go. One day I'll need pieces from it, and then I'll break it down because I don't like to display the same thing twice unless it evolves, which is what my plans for Springfield is, to start off with one table and grow from there. But we'll see if the dollar bucks agree with that. Did you buy the Bricklink Winter Castle yet to be released? No, I didn't. I didn't jump at that one. I was going to, but with building a tiny home and now stupidly buying a new car on a whim, I kind of need to put a handbrake on. And I think there's a set or two coming out in May that I've got my eye on as well. But other than that, in general, I've slowed down on a lot of. I don't need to have anything anymore. I'm a little bit more selective these days. When I say a little bit, like only a little bit, I still buy way more than I should. But it's only money. I can't take it with me, and kids don't deserve it. So I may as well spend it on little plastic bricks. At least that's my theory anyway. And I'm sure there's a lot of people in the chat of the same opinion. Yeah, anyway. You bought a car the other day. It came in a box. Wait, what? Like a Lego car? That comes in a box? Or did you buy like a Kia or something? Whose whims are more expensive, yours or BILZA's? Yeah, that man has a lot of hobbies. And a lot of probably he's, I'd say, but he's better in the fact that he will get a hobby, do a hobby, get bored of a hobby, and move on to the next one. Whereas I really bad at selling shit. I'll put it aside and go, yeah, I'll get back to that. Go on to the next thing. So the only thing I did when I got back into Lego was I sold all my retro consoles. I had hundreds and hundreds of retro consoles, massive collection, and I didn't have time for them anymore and stuff. So I started selling them off one by one, and I have no regrets because I haven't missed them at all. So other than that, everything else I've kept. It was a Buick. Okay, so was it a Blues Brothers Buick maybe? They drove Buicks, right? I don't know. But we're talking a model car, yeah, Kev? The only car I can think of that might come in a box is whatever that Chinese brands are that are coming through. Maybe they come in a box. I don't know. What are all those weird brands coming out, like Havel and stuff like that? It's a Matchbox car. Oh, yeah. I bought a Matchbox car in a box the other day. I bought that one because it had stud resembling bits on it. Actually, it wasn't the other day. I bought that ages ago. A new one came out the other day. I got to give that one to BILZA. I bought it because it had studs on it, and I don't fucking want it. So I got to give that to BILZA. So he's got a young son who's car obsessed like his dad. So, which is cool. Very cool. You better still have the Nintendo 64, LOL. Not only do I have the Nintendo 64 still, but I have the Pokemon Stadium Nintendo 64, which was the Nintendo 64. I also have the trans purple Nintendo 64 as well. But I did flip my original 64s and just kept my special editions, as well as a controller in each color. But honestly, I play the Switch and the PS5 more than anything else. But in general, I'm just time poor. I don't play anything like I used to. I got a Hot Wheels Mega Hot Rod car for BILZA. That's cool. It was a while back. BILZA might remember. Oh, hang on. A while back, someone said they don't subscribe through Twitch, do it through another platform because it was better for the creators. Can anyone shed some light on it? That's a good question. That's not a me question. There are some other better Twitch experts in the chat that might shed some light on it. Otherwise, that I'd wait. Don't spend your $1 yet. Wait for the BILZA to be back, because he doesn't like people subscribing and spending money on us either. So just hang on there for a minute, Kev. But do appreciate it though. So hit all the fancy buttons that let you know when we go live, so that way you do get a notification, because although we're consistently regular for well over 5 years now, Mondays and Wednesday night streams. BILZA does like to randomly pop in there and do streams as well. So if you hit those notification bells, follow on Facebook and all that sort of jazz, or Twitter and not Twitter, Insta, all that sort of stuff, you will get a notification when he does randomly go live, and that way you won't miss any of his bullshit that he spins. So all right, level 2 is quite in depth. It really is. Yeah, that's how that works. It's a bit weak, but okay. Your story, Lego. There's a, what camera's better? This camera here. So there's a ladder inside this floor, and when you lift a switch back here, the ladder drops and folds down like so. That's kind of cool. And yeah, it just locks into place with a trapdoor there. So I do love when Lego don't just cater for AFOLs, and they do remember the playability factors as well. You know, not that many of us find the time to pew pew our bricks, but for those generations that do, I do like when Lego remember to put some cool playability features in there for them. Love a good trapdoor, unless it goes to Critter's Basement. That one you've got to worry about. So, unless, of course, you're going down at the end of the year for Brick Built in Canberra, that's definitely another show worth checking out. And you will see, I don't know about BILZA, I have no idea, but 100% you will see me and Jody at Brick Built in Canberra later in the year, because it is our favourite go-to show that we look forward to, because we used to live in Canberra for a while. We had our kids in Canberra, so getting to go back there and hang around is always cool. Speaking of which, I will be back there in 2 weeks, a week after Easter. I'm going down for another 3 or 4 days, so anyone in the Canberra region that wants to go and get some Kingsleys or Goodberries or Fishwick, I'll be down for a couple of days. So give me a shout out and we'll catch up. What else have we got? Twitch subscription still. Kingsley's and Goodberries. Yes, I went to Kingsley's in Belconnen the other day, probably about 3 weeks ago, and definitely my guilty pleasure. Love me a good Kingsley's. Sensations. Is that still a thing, Critter? I think it's not called that anymore. I think it's called something else now. I don't even know if it's in the same spot, but and I couldn't tell you the street name, but sadly I could tell you exactly where it is, and I could probably even tell you how many stairs they have. But yeah, I don't think it's called that anymore. You had Goodberries on Sunday. I didn't have Goodberries last time I was down in Canberra, so it's definitely going to happen this time. Is there one still in Belconnen? I think it used to be in Whedon Close. Is there still one in Belconnen, or do I have to go south side? I don't actually know. There was one on the corner of Whedon Close and what's that street called? I can't remember. Whatever that other street is, but I don't think there's one in Gungahlin. That's where I usually stay. What is Goodberries? Google it. It's a unique dessert, I guess, place, parlour, unique to Canberra. Belconnen good berries. No one cares. Oh no, I'm just asking for convenience because Belconnen's closer to Gungahlin. When's the Canberra show? I've begun discussions with the wife. We can go visit family too in Coomera. Snowlana should be able to answer that. It's last weekend of October, usually, I think. I should know. My memory's shit, but it's definitely worth a show. It's worth the drive, Kev. Me and Jody will be driving down for it again. Good berries. It's a joke. I can't repeat here. Okay. Down that Coomera, not Coomera. Did I say Coomera? Oh my god, Coomera. Coomera's a bit further than Coomera. Good berries. There you go. I haven't been to Good berries in years. But I will definitely go in 2 weeks' time. And it highly likely will be Belconnen one because it's corner of Lath Lane and Wheaton Close. Oh, yes. I knew that. That'll be the one I go to, Snowlana. Sorry, I'm not a South Sider. I was a North Sider. So I'm not that inbred. Too sweet for you. Fair enough. It's worth the drive, though. It's a 12-hour drive, but it's worth the drive. Down behind where I used to work at Super Cheap in Belco. That Super Cheap in Belco, is that on the left? Yeah, Autobahn's on the right. That used to be, back in the day before Zone 3, there was a laser gun place there called Phaser Strike. And I think I had my 9th or 10th birthday at Phaser Strike before we left Australia. And yeah, it was the bomb. And then when we came back from island life for a few years, Phaser Strike had gone and Zone 3 had opened up. And then Super Cheap Auto opened up where it was. So that's my story anyway. Super Cheap on the left, Autobahn on the right. That's it. In something Auto Mall, or can't remember what they called it. And underneath where Super Cheap used to be on the left, years ago, probably before your time, Solena, because you're far too young for it. But there was a pet shop there, a fish shop called Gem Aquatics, and eventually they moved to the other side of the road. But the pet shop, Gem Aquatics, was my very first job. I think I was like 12, 13. I started working there. Yeah. Very much into my fish back in the day. All right, how's the chat going? We are all quiet on the Western Front. Any sets coming out that anyone's excited for? I see that we got the official images and everything of Dungeons and Dragons. Of course, we did discuss it on Monday night, but we got the official images overnight. I think I've mentioned this before, but your brother's first job was at Tandy Woden. Yes, you have, and his boss would have been Remo at Tandy Woden, because I come from the Tandy days my first store I ever owned was Tandy in Queanbeyan, and then Tandy in Belconnen, and then I moved on from Tandy in Belconnen and took over Dick Smith in Tuggeranong, in Homeworld Tuggeranong, next to Aldi. And then I moved on from there and took over Dick Smith in Belconnen. Then I went on and bought a Phone Zone store because they sponsored the Raiders, and I got free box tickets every game. So there you go. That was my retail adventure. And then I came up to Queensland and opened a video game store. Not quite sure why I ever did my apprenticeship, because I've always worked in retail. All those loose pieces in chests, I don't get it. So Kev can't wait for the CMFs for D&D. Do you know what? I looked at those and I can't see a single figure in there that I was like, oh, I want that. I'm not a big D&D person. It is more my brother's eras than me. I said that on Monday night. I was more about outside playing sport than inside playing games with a book. Never kind of got that. But this D&D CMFs, I have no interest. You just like all CMFs. Yeah, that's cool. I get that. Totally get that. I've collected series that I don't like because I have them all, and I have every series right up to current. The only, including non-series like Unikitty and things like that, the only series I skipped completely was Video Series 2, because I didn't want to pay imported prices for a deleted theme. But in hindsight, probably should have, because if I ever want to be the completionist, the prices are only going to go up. But anyway, all right. So where are we? That camera's probably best. So this is level 2 of our central house, which is that one there. This is level 2. So inside we have some cool details. Of course, that drop-down ladder. We do have I think the technical term is a winder-me bob for the whatever that removalist. What are they called? Those things. I know they have them in Amsterdam a lot for moving. Is it like a piano hook or something? But anyway, whatever that thing is that you hang people from. It's got a windy doohickey for that. So that takes us up to bag 3. Oh, and of course the red pigeon or dove or whatever. I'm not sure if, forgive me if I'm wrong, I'm not sure if we've had a red dove before. I know we've certainly had blue, we've had white, and that sort of stuff. So having a red, we may have had a red one in the bookshop or something. I'm not 100% sure, but it's cool to have a red birdie is the technical term. So all right, we're going to do bag 4 as well. Bag 4 is the roof to this building, and then once we do bag 4, we might pull up stumps on building 1, which we don't get to the goat tonight, but that's cool. That's all good. We at least we'll get the first building done, and next week everyone can tell BILZA in the chat how freaking awesome this set was, because I know that he is not a fan. of it, but who cares? I'm liking it. That's level 1 and level 2 together. So you can see playability-wise, there's plenty of access to get in. That kind of looks like Donkey Kong with the eyes and that big-ass gorilla mouth. If we put a tongue in there, that you could... That's kind of derpy Donkey Kong, but that's cool. Yeah, I don't mind it. I'm enjoying it so far. Not huge, but neither will BILZA be soon. So in our plus bag, we need a couple of 16 by 8s, and let's get it on. And then speaking non-Lego speak, and for those that still know how free-to-air works or streaming services, is any Survivor fans in the chat? Anyone watch Australian Survivor last night, and what did you think of the outcome? If you're not a Survivor fan, we can't be friends. No, it's all good. Each their own. I just thought I'd put it out there because I watched it last night. Donkey Kong Ape Noises. Yep. You're off. See some of you at Chandler. Yes, Kev. Thanks for sticking with us. 10 a.m. Chandler. I will be there. I'll be all set up and ready to go. Bundy Rum Dan, the biggest Survivor fan. That's awesome. Yeah, me too. I've loved Survivor right from the get-go. Obviously a US Survivor, but Australia Survivor as well. In fact, I've got every season of Survivor from every country on my Plex. Not gonna lie. I don't do reality TV. I only do Lego Masters because they send it to us. And it's Lego. It's Lego. It's cool. I struggle with US Lego Masters, but I don't do reality TV at all. But I always do Survivor. Anything else, can't do it. Don't do it. Don't want to know it. But Survivor, the format hasn't changed in 20 years, and it still keeps you yelling at the screen. So. But anyway, like I said, each to their own. No one's going to talk to me because you don't watch Survivor. That's cool. US Survivor is too woke. It is very woke now. I do agree, and I'm hoping that it'll change and it'll go back to basics, because if you go back and watch the original season, it is legit nothing like what we've got now. So I can't remember a final tribal where one person hasn't got a single vote. Yeah, last night was the first in a long time. So I didn't expect that. I'm not going to lie, it wasn't who I wanted to win. I won't say names in case anyone does want to watch it that hasn't yet, but the person that got voted out third last is who I wanted to win. But all good. It was still a very entertaining season, and yeah, no complaints. And I just read that the host JP is going to be on the new Top Gear Australia as well. So that's kind of cool. That one might get BILZA's interest, maybe. Being a car show. But also, I don't know. Actually, maybe tell me. I know it's not Lego related again, but what relevance do car shows have anymore in a country that imports cheap Chinese shit? I don't understand. I know EVs and stuff, like your Teslas and that, are lightning fast at the lights and stuff. But like, who does that once they've done it twice? So what is the point of a Top Gear style show? Or am I missing something? Maybe I'm missing something. Oh, I built that backwards. What a dickhead. Don't tell BILZA that I built something backwards, because that's usually him. So I remember watching Who Wants to Be a Superhero. I've never heard of Who Wants to Be a Superhero. That's... Really? Who wants to be a superhero? How do you be a superhero? Just for fun. That's where you go. I wonder why they don't connect those. I built these struts inside the roof, and there's 3 of them side by side, but they're all independent. Why wouldn't you just join them together? Oh, I'm sure we will find the reason shortly. There's a fair bit of strength inside a roof. So I remember when the guy in US Survivor faked his grandmother's death. What a legend. That was Johnny Fairplay. I think he came over and did the Australian Survivor as well. And he was a real dickhead when he came over. But yeah, it was a very clever move, and I think that move changed the way a lot of people did Survivor after that, because no one was really deceitful up until that point. It was all about alliances and stuff like that, not legit bullshitting to get ahead. But yeah, well played. That's not something I would have thought of, so well done. I don't think he won either, though, so I didn't get him far enough. But actually, from memory, it got him a really sick reward. There was a reward challenge, and he hadn't had any in ages or something, and he did that dodgy grandma story and got the reward. So, but anyway, who is my favorite US Survivor player? Is favorite ever? Oh, what was his name? Big guy with the beard. He was like a gentle giant. Started with an R. What was his name? He was on it a couple of times. It'll come to. I might have to look it up. Yeah, I have to look it up. I can't remember. But he was on. It was on a couple of seasons. Randall. No, he's my favorite US Lego master. He was like a pirate, big, gentle giant guy. You know who I mean? Okay, sweet. I need to know his name, though. Well, I should ask Jodie. She'll know straight away. I think he won, actually. Well, 45 seasons. I'm not going through that to find out. But anyway, you know who I mean. Anyway, he was a big, gentle, giant guy. He was by far my favourite player. Rupert, that's it. Rupert, thanks, Bundy Rum Dan. Rupert. Yeah, that guy was, and I think actually from memory, he was maybe a sports teacher or accounts teacher, a counsellor or something with underprivileged kids. And he may have even been a churchy. I'm not sure, but he long time married man with family and just a guy you'd like to know. And I thought original season Boston Rob was always entertaining as well. He was a really good player. Never really thought much of Amber. And I think the most overrated player ever was Parvati. I don't know how you say it, but she was on it several times as well, and I thought she was a bit useless. So, but anyway, maybe we needed a Survivor mock. That'd be cool. I don't know if anyone would understand it though. Like 45 seasons. What key moments do you relate it back to? Like the Springfield I'm doing at the moment. There's so many nostalgic key moments I'm trying to incorporate that I just can't get them all in. But if you did Survivor, what do? Just a few random challenges and things. So he did a season with his wife, and I think she was voted off in the first episode. Yeah, I think so too. Build a tribal council, then a challenge. Yeah, you could. You just do a big island, and you could easily, I guess, identify the tribal council, the flames. I would actually speak to Glowbricks at Chandler for flames. But yeah, you could definitely do that. Yeah, right. All right. So there is, while I've been raffling on about Survivor, this is the roof, and it's actually quite solid. I would have just used an L bracket or something, but they've brick built it with brickhead bricks, whatever they're called, and it is really solid. So good stuff. And it sits in, where does it sit? Just on top. That's cool. Easy to remove. Yeah, there's the link. Thanks, Grizz. The link for Glowbricks. They will be at the display, BrisBricks display this weekend. And they are the nicest people to talk to. If you need to light something, you tell them what you're trying to do, and they will show you what you need. And they won't show you any more than you need. Like they won't give you a kit that makes your thing glow from outer space. You say, I want to light up this, and this. They'll give you what you need to light up those key elements, and that's what I love about Glowbricks is they are the original DIY lighting. There's plenty of kit suppliers out there. I've used lots of kit suppliers in the past. I have used many brands because I've been lighting for years. But Glowbricks by far are my go-to. I can't recommend them enough. They're long-time supporters of our channel as well. So if you do get to Chandler this weekend, if you do get to Brick Built in a few weeks' time, if you do get to BBX later in the year, honestly, any show, they are travelers. They like me, they like to get to as many shows as they physically can. Shout out to Amanda and Grant. They have been doing it for years, and their lighting is good shit and affordable. Most of my BrisBricks bucks go on Glowbricks. So I got a barrel of translucent yellow. Is that hay or is it we? I don't know. Like, surely there's no toilet and they got to take away stuff. So yeah. So just include Tribal Council as an Easter egg in a Pirate Island mock. Yeah, that's cool. I should have thought of that when I did Pirate Island at BBX 2 years ago, under Jody's, on top of Jody's Ocean display, which won Advanced Lighting Award. Yeah, I should have. Yeah, that is a barrel of wheat. I know it looks like hay, but I'm going with wheat. That's cool. A wee barrel. Yeah, Survivor. That would be very cool. So there's the little cart that finishes off bag number 4. And then we go on to bag 5. So that is our first building. This, of course, connects to these buildings that'll flare out from there. Kind of cool. And I like the little market shade or shade sail on the back there. And the way they've done the shutters on the windows is really cool as well. Adds a little bit of element. So far I'm liking the kit. I haven't started looking for a goat, which is what I'm doing right now. I'll wait for a surprise to see what bag it comes in. Of course, I could Google and see what bag it comes in, or I could scroll through the instruction guide, but I'll wait. I'll just try not to handle the bags too much so that I don't scratch my goat before he joins his little mates here, because I want him to do that as well. So there. All right. Now, I was talking about awards before. So I've actually got my brick tower here from my last build. And somewhere in there, oh, there you go. You can see a couple of times I've won expert lights at competitions. There's another one. Oh, no, expert movement. That was expert lights. And that, of course, is from our friends at Glowbricks, who, funnily enough, are also in my brick tower. And they're around the bricked at BILZA and BILZA bricks there as well. So that's all Glowbricks lights in my brick built tower. That was my last incarnation of my tower. It's not going to change for Chandler this weekend. This will come along. I know it's not Wild West theme, but that's cool. I don't mind. I am a mad Castle fan as well. So that will be there, and it will probably, I dare say, be somewhat Simpsonified before brick built in Sydney in May. I've got a plan for a baseball stadium style Springfield Isotopes billboard to do all my brick badges. So, but we'll see. Time will tell. As I said, I've got a tiny home to build and film before then. So we'll see how we go. But thanks, Kev, for joining us as well. Brisbricks Chandler event this weekend. Links in the chat again. I know I'll harp on about it, but it really is a nostalgic show worth visiting. So if you're in Sydney this weekend, in Brisbane this weekend, or you can afford to jump on a plane and come say hi, do it. You won't regret it. And then Brick Built in Sydney in May, 18th and 19th of May. It's in another big venue. There'll be a lot of people there. There'll be Lego Masters there. There might be a full DeLorean there. I don't know. There'll be DJ gear there. There'll be shenanigans, and there'll be a bigger Wild West. And of course, The Simpsons, Springfield's first incarnation. So we are getting towards the end of our Wednesday night stream. I can't actually believe that I didn't bore you guys an hour and 40 minutes ago, but thanks for sticking with me, especially the regulars. You know who you guys are. You're all awesome, and we do both appreciate you. I haven't had any further updates from BILZA or Mrs. BILZA, but the last update I got is everything went well, and tired and recovering. So next week, maybe Monday, he'll be back. If not, Henry and I will be here on Monday night, 9 p.m. Daylight Stupid Times and 8 p.m. Queensland Real Time. I don't know when Daylight Saving comes back, but that's not a me problem. Jody certainly does still build. She did an epic flower display in Canberra last year and BBX last year. That was really, really popular. And it's in the middle of being reinvented. She also did a epic underwater. It was a joint build. We did it together, but she did an epic underwater build as well. So she doesn't stream so much anymore. In fact, she hasn't streamed for years, but she certainly does still build, yes. Her Lady Garden is actually still boxed and could come out at any time. It hasn't changed since, when was it last? It would have been brick built in Canberra last year. So it's still sitting in boxes in the garage, waiting for me to raid parts from it. Speaking of raid, I have no idea where we're going next. And honestly, Snowlaner, help. I don't know if you can do that or you can tell me how to do that or where we're going to go. One of my go-tos, your boy Lucent, is playing Final Fantasy. I don't know if we want to go there. But anyone in the chat open to suggestions of where we're going to raid to, if we can. So you can do that. Just tell me where we want to go. Legend. I knew you'd have my back. Thanks for that. We will have a look. Any suggestions in the chat or anyone wanting to stream, give us a shout out. Otherwise, we are the tribe has spoken. Kiddles is live. Yeah, I'm good with Kiddles. If Kiddles is live, let's we can cross stitching. Oh man, Jody loves cross stitching. That was her go-to before Legolas. So but yeah, I'm cool to give Kiddles a go, Snowlaner, if you can make magic buttons happen. That's okay, Primal. If we can go check it out anyway. It looks like Lego dots, right? Yeah, just continuous. So cross stitch is cool. Just harder than dots. Yeah, definitely. It's a lot harder to go back. I mean, dots are hard to get off at the best of time, but cross stitch is a lot harder to reverse than popping off a dot or two. So, but yeah, you let me know whatever you need to do, Snowlaner. Let's line up Kiddles and we will certainly go across and say hi. Yeah, that does look cool. All right, I'm in for that. So before we do raid, I do want to say thanks everyone for sticking with me. It has made the night very, very cool. I know I don't talk as much shit as BILZA, but you don't have permission to do that. Do you? Do you know? I don't know how to give you permission for that. But if you want to message me whatever acronym I have to type in and where I have to type it, I can give it a go. Otherwise, if Kiddles is winding up soon, we can always call it there as well. But I'm keen to go out and check out some cross-stitch dots anyway. Copy and paste into the chat. I just paste that into the chat. Is that right? Wow, that seems easy. Cool. Let's hang on, I have to go back to my chat first because I am watching Kittles. So, all right, that is copied and pasted. And technology is not my first language. No, that's right. I don't normally. I normally do it. I am logged in as BILZA. 100% BILZA. If I'm logged in as BILZA, I have no power. Oh, wait. I see what you're saying. I'm not logged into Twitch as BILZA. I'm logged in to Twitch as BILZA. So no, it won't work. If you don't have the power, I don't have the power. Ba-boom. Yeah. That won't work. If you do it in my streaming software. Let's give that a go. Just a poor man's raid. Yeah, we could do that as well. There's the link for Kittles. I have done that raid, so hopefully we go across. Hopefully we go across. It hasn't worked yet. Maybe not. I might not be that talented. So maybe click on the link that Snowlaner popped in there. Go check out Kittles. Check out some cross stitch. We will end it there. I did actually, before we end it, I just got an update from the man himself. He is in a little bit of pain, but overall he is doing good. So that is really good. So hopefully we will see BILZA back on Monday night. Sorry I can't do the raid for you, but BILZA will be back. I am BILZA. Thanks for sticking with us. See you at Chandler this weekend in Brisbane.